Hi everyone, Zoe from Saltwater Establishment. In this video, we're going to take you through how to edit and upload new blog post. And we're basically going to be using a little AV template to work through, but the process is the same for every Saltwater Establishment WordPress site. So we're going to jump into the back end. Now, to get to your posts, I've already got mine sitting up here. We're going to visit and I'm just going to move my head over a little bit. We're going to click on the posts option on the left-hand side menu bar here. And you'll be able to see your blog posts that are here already. And normally we start with 3 for you. So there'll be 3 sitting there straight away. Now, whether or not you want to edit an existing blog post or add a new one. So basically, to edit an existing blog post, you can just click on the edit button here and it will take you to the current blog where you'll have the option to edit the heading and the text down here. And potentially as well, if you want to add a new image, you can do so here. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually just create one from scratch to start with, to walk you through the process of how to do that. So I'm going to click on the Add New button up here. And we're going to give our new blog post a title. And I'm just going to call mine blog post 4. And then basically what we need to do is add our text and add any imagery that we want as well. I've got some text that I'm going to just copy in from a Word document here. And paste that in. So one thing worth noting, because if we actually just go and visit our live site over here, our heading is already displayed in our blog posts at the very top here. So we actually can just go and remove the heading out of the text area down here. And we're probably going to want to remove all of these double spaces that are in here as well. Oops. Okay. This is kind of very similar process as you would to edit the text. And at the top, just to run you through again, in case you haven't watched our how to edit static text video, basically just like with any sort of text editor that you come across these days, at the top here, there is an option for all of the different text styles that are saved for your site, as well as other options like your bold, italicized, bullet points and things like that. So we've got some bullet points that have already come through from our Word document, just to make sure that they're in the right style. Because we copied and pasted this text, it's always good practice to actually just highlight all of it and just reselect the paragraph style, just to make sure that it's styled appropriately. We've also got like a subheading in here. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a heading style 3 as well, just so that is a little different than the rest of our body text. So then what we want to do is come down to, scroll down to the bottom here, and we need to add a featured image to our blog post as well. If we click on the link there, that's going to open up our media library, where you can either upload files or you can choose from an existing image already. And I've already added an image here prepared earlier. So as with all images for the site, we always recommend that they're under 200 KB in size, which is like this one is 183. And with the blog posts, if you don't have any photo editing software at all, that's okay. They will automatically size to fit the image space. So we're going to go ahead and set that featured image, and we're going to wait for it to pop up here, which is great. So the last thing that we might want to do before we actually post our blog is set it with a category. So I've already got some set up here. Basically, what this means, if we just jump over to our live site here, it means that after a while, after you build up sort of like a body of blogs, it's often good just for your clients to have a place where they can actually go and view certain categories of blogs if they're looking for something in particular. So it's good practice when and if possible, you can categorize things. And we basically just do that over here in the categories box. If you don't have any categories that exist at the moment, you can just go in and add a new one by typing it under here, like this. You can put it underneath one that's already existing, or you can have it as a parent category, which is what we're going to do. We've added a new one and we can tick it, and you can tick as many of these as you think appropriate as well. So now we are pretty much ready to go with our blog post. We can either preview it, we can save a draft and then preview the draft. If you're doing it for the first time, you might feel more comfortable about that to make sure that you have it all right. But I'm going to go ahead and publish it immediately. And we'll just wait for it to load, which it has done. And if I just go back to our main blog page here and hit refresh, you can see that our new blog post has popped up here. And with the blog posts, they will always stack with the latest one first. So if we now click into this blog post, we can just double check that all of our chosen options have come through. All of our formatting's looking good. Our bullet points have come through okay. And it's all looking really great. So that's awesome. So the last thing I will show you on this as well is if you want to add extra images into the body of your email, you can also do that by this button here, this Add Media button. So say I want to put an image in here before this heading here, I can click on the Add Media button. And again, it will bring up our media library. And I'm just going to pick this one just for an example, which is just a logo, and insert it into the post. And if we give it a second, it will load that there. Now I'm just going to hit return so that heading sits underneath. Now, if we then click on this image here, you'll see that there's some options when it comes to aligning that image with the text. So you can either align it to the left so that the text will run to the right of it. You can align it in the center. If I click it here, so it will display between the two blocks of text. You can align it to the right, or you can set no alignment as well. And you can also edit the image as well. So it's displaying here as full size at the moment. And the other option is to have it as a thumbnail size. Now, if this was a big image, there would also be a couple of other size options here, but because this image is quite small, they're only giving us a full size image, which is 300 pixels, or as a thumbnail size. So I'm going to keep it at the full size and just click update. I'm going to keep mine over there because I think that looks quite nice. And then I'm going to hit update over here. And again, we just got to wait for the changes to load. And then we can go and refresh our post on the live site. And we can see that image has been added in here to the right of the text as requested. And that is how you add and edit blog posts. And that'll be the end of this video. I'll catch you around for the next one. See you soon.